Okay, let's start this.
This is Baking Drummies by user
Baking
Alex
drummies.
Dionysus. If there's one thing we love in Plainview, it's Drummies. You know, those chicken wings. The ones made our way outlawed last year? Well, most of the city gave up on Drummies pretty easily. Some of us couldn't go a day without Drummies. May I please just have one Drummie? No! I don't care if Drummies aren't good for you. I want some right now. Of course, when there's any sort of rule, the kids at my school try to break it right away, and it got so bad they had to check our bags for Drummies. After Teddy Caldwell was expelled for hiding
Damn.
Drummies in his locker for a month, we all just kind of figured that was it. No more Drummies. That was when I learned about an underground drumming scene from Albert Sandy at lunch.
What?
The story was that some kids who worked at the grocery store stole a box of drummies and copied the recipe to make their own and got rich. He said that if we wanted to
That
be
is
rich as
crazy.
well, we should start selling our own drummies. Long story short, that's my backstory. I'm Greg Heffley, drumming master of Plainview Middle
Drumming
School.
master.
It isn't easy being the top drumming maker in Plainview. Thankfully, I have all that I need. A place to cook, my Uncle Gary's old trailer, and a business partner, my buddy Rowley.
Oh my
Not
god.
even 6 seconds after we perfected the recipe, that fateful day, we had a visitor. Thankfully, we were able to hide in the bathroom till Meckley went away. And that was when I found a note taped to our door. No drummies on our land. We cook here. Catch you again. We call in Mr. Alfredo. I didn't know who Mr. Alfredo was, and I really didn't want to find out. That was when it hit me. I wasn't the only drumming maker in our area. Anyways, business went on for a while. Some idiot had tried using a regular drumming box to hide theirs in, so we knew we had to get creative if we want to remain undetected. At first, we tried using people to smuggle our drummies places, but we learned pretty fast that was a bad idea. The part we didn't think through is the chicken would smell in a costume all day. Needless to say, our first attempts failed. Now, do you know who did have the transport game down pat? Leland of all people. Turns out those anime books he has came in handy.
Those
So it's not
anime
my
manga
only
books, so
competition.
sad.
In fact, more and more drumming dealers are popping up daily. Of course, most of these people are idiots who got caught their first day. Thankfully, someone was able to assassinate the last big ring in Plainview, which allowed me and Riley to rise up to the top pretty quick. Even though we had made it,
What? Nah,
What the frick?
that's not correct there, bro. Rubber.
Rabba, and there's a freaking explosion.
I knew if we were to stay here,
Nah.
we would need some serious help. Thankfully, I think I know a guy, Peter Tony Bus, who runs the Papa Tony's
Who? Wait, huh? Wait, who?
Howdy, bye.
chain.
Tony
Tuesday,
Bus. I
Last
thought
night
it
I went to
was.
Papa Tony's right around closing to try to get some help from Papa Tony. Let's just say it didn't go well. Please, Papa Tony, I really need your help with this. I'm sure someone who's been in the drumming business this long such as yourself would understand.
You know how I managed to stay in the game so long.
The voice.
It's actually a real character in the series. It's actually a real character.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Mr.
But the
Heffley,
voice.
I'm not sloppy. You've been very sloppy so far. That Jefferson kid will be your downfall.
Sloppy? I'm not sloppy. I have 20 drummies in the car. I can bring you. Just try one. You'll see that helping me will be worth your time. Please! You and me are pretty much the same.
You're not the same, Mr. Heffley. You lack any of the skills needed to make it in the drummy game. I refuse to waste my time with a middle schooler who maybe makes $30 a drummy. Your pride will get you killed in this game. Let that be a warning to you. Now get out and never say the word drummy near me again.
Fine, be that way. See if I ever buy your Chuck E. Cheese wannabe pizza.
Nah.
Never again. With Papa Tony off the list, I decided to suck it up and ask Leland for an alliance. Turns out he wasn't exactly in favor of helping me either. Oh, Greg, if you ever think of coming here again, he will die. Realizing I had no choice, I called Rowley and told him we were on our own. Rowley, we need to cook. Now, Wednesday. Holy
Let them cook though.
This is getting ugly fast. Rowley and I had an order for 500 drummies, which would have made us $30,000 since we charged $60 wings, not 30 like Papa Tony claimed. We arrived at the address, loaded a bag with many
The freaking face. The freaking face.
Ah, yes, baby Gibson.
Baby Gimson.
drummies as we could and headed in. To surprise, there's nobody in the room except Baby Gibson. I was starting to think this was a prank of some sort until I found a piece of paper.
Give Gibson the drummies. Once he has them, I'll give you your money. From Slick.
Slick?
Slick.
That name rings a bell, but I can't tell from where, which is the problem. See, rule number 1 of Drummies is if you don't feel 100% sure, GTFO. I was calculating a plan on how to get out of there without giving Gibson any of our Drummies, but also getting our money when...
Which baby knows?
Isn't GTFO get the fuck out?
Huh?
Isn't GTFO get the fuck out?
Hey.
This is highly against the law. It would be a real shame if baby had to call for the...
I should have guessed there'd be sting ops, but I never would have guessed we would have been the ones who walked right into one. We were able
Nah,
to
they
get back
got-
the police
No
catching onto
way.
us, but to be honest, the whole
They
state
got
had
caught.
shook. One slip up and bam! You're in prison, and let me tell you, they don't like drummy dealers in Plainview County Prison. Drummy dummy! That was when...
The fuck?
What the frick was that?
So
Drummy dummy.
so random.
Just dummy drummy.
Riley suggested we get his dad to protect us from legal trouble.
Drummy dummy.
First off, I had no idea Mr. Jefferson was a lawyer. Second, Mr. Jefferson is the last person who needs to know about a drummy business. He'd probably have me shipped off and get Riley off scot-free. Since I wasn't really in the mood to deal with that, I made Riley promise that if I go down, he's coming right down with me. With all that sorted, we got to work finding an attorney we could afford. And I think I found one.
No, it's Gary. He's back.
Gary Goodman.
No wonder why he won the trial. You know what? You know why he won the trial?
Nah.
Because he was a lawyer.
He's a liar. No wonder why.
Wonder why. The freaking music makes
While
it
Riley's out
better.
last night on a drop, I did some research on Gary Goodman. Turns out he's got an interesting past.
I see. He's actually even did sometime in jail.
He's got an interesting
There's lore. There's
Jail
lore.
for quote unquote incident a few
Is
years
the
ago.
is
Let's
the
just say
is
he's
the
not allowed to
GCU
enter blocks of
the canonical universe?
problem since that's where Riley and I operate the most. Speaking of Riley, he came back from his run looking absolutely terrified. Riley
heck?
explained that the drop was going well, and right as he was about to get the money, Lawrence Hink, the renowned hitman known as Uncle Larry,
Uncle
showed up.
Larry. What is this? Guess who? Your uncle. What the frick is?
Guess who's here? It's Uncle Larry.
Uncle Larry!
He actually sounded.
It's cutted.
He actually sounded like. Wait, let me
Who?
run it
Larry
back.
showed up.
Who's here? Uncle Larry!
The reason Riley made it out was because Larry struck the boiler, which blew up and sent him flying. I told Riley about Goodman, and that seemed to get him back on track, so we set up an appointment with Goodman for tomorrow, and got to work figuring out how to get rid of Larry. We knew that as long as Larry's still out there, no drummy dealer was safe, and even though we were technically rivals, the old saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, comes to mind. If we can get someone to help take out Larry, then who's to say we can't take out two birds with one stone? Friday. After school, when Riley and I got back to the RV to make a batch of drummies for Bryce, we found a huge surprise waiting for us. Mom! This whole time I've been so careful to keep Mom
Oh
from
my
finding out
god,
about drum
Sammy. Lucky to it's Sammy.
It's not Sammy anymore, it's just mom.
Okay, okay.
Nah, that's
and
me.
here she was, practically inviting herself in.
Greg, you need to stay away from the trailer. There's a ton of illegal drummies in there. I'm trying to call your uncle to get him to confess to having them. Then I'm calling the cops.
As easy as it
No
would have been to
way.
put the whole thing on Uncle Gary, I wasn't about to let Mom think
Gary.
he was running
Uncle
my
Gary.
operation. Mom, those drummies are mine. Riley and I have been in business all school year. No need for cops. Well, that went as well as I thought it would.
Let me get this straight. You and Rowley are drummy dealers?
Yes! And we made over $2,500 this week alone. I finally have my own income.
Gregory Heffley, you know drummies are illegal. I need to go to the police with this.
As Mom dialed the police, my mind was racing. If I surrendered Mom, I'd be grounded for who knows how long. On the other hand, I'd lose everything if the police got me. Of course, you don't become top drummy dealer at Plainview Middle School by being dumb. You have to think fast, And that's exactly what I did.
Cooperate!
I realized my story wasn't the tightest, but if it got Larry locked up and got us off the hook, then I deserved a Pulitzer. But believe it or not, that worked.
Hello, police. A man named Lawrence Hink, who operates under the name Uncle Larry.
Mom told Riley and I to go home.
No
but
way
we
that
had no
worked,
intention of going
actually.
home since our meeting with Goodman was in a few hours. In the time, we decided to see Albert, since he was the only one who told us about Drummies. But he didn't really seem to be in the mood to talk. Listen, Albert, too many people are on to, 3, 4, 5. 5 named Clive. Clive! Get it? Clive! I'll, come back later then. I left Albert to whatever he was doing and headed downtown with Riley to meet Goodman at the address he gave us.
How long
is
is it?
this some kind of joke?
Oh my god.
After waiting for about
We're not
20
even 10 minutes in.
Riley started to worry we had walked into
This is getting
another
good.
sting.
Listen, Greg, I know you hired this guy, but I keep feeling like Baby Gibson is gonna show up again. I'm scared, man.
After another 30 minutes passed, Riley convinced me that we were most likely in danger. And we were about to leave when Goodman finally showed up. Look, I'm a pretty desperate guy and all, but I think I made a bad choice here. Gentlemen, didn't you have rights? The Declaration of Independence, Papa Tony, and Uncle Larry are on my end. I might have bought some time, but they'll catch up to us eventually. What should we do? Come on, dude. I'm getting nervous over here. Alright, you definitely need to keep Larry's story up with your mom. For the others, have you considered murder? After he suggested this, Riley and I just left. We went to him to stay out of trouble, not get ourselves into more. I'll admit, I'm scared if hearing things in class is any side. Mr. Heffley, did you finish your murder I signed last night? Monday. Things
The
for
frick
me have
was
been,
that?
well, since we met with Goodman the other day. Riley was so upset that I hired someone who pushed murder that he actually left the business.
No, absolutely not. When it was just us selling chicken wings, I was down. But now your so-called lawyer is telling us to go against Joshy.
Look, Goodman was a mistake, I'll admit. We're not gonna murder anyone, Riley. Honest.
Get out, Greg. You're in danger, and I don't want to be in danger for stupid drummies.
Now, Riley and I have had our share of fights. Drummies or no drummies. But he went too far this time. I gave him a piece of my mind. Riley, who do you think you're talking to? Let me tell you, friend, I'm not in danger.
No way there, man. Oh my god. What the hell?
No, I am the one who knocks. Even though that speech was awesome, I still had to leave Riley's house. So, now I'm on my own. I have a ton of things to do while keeping up the drumming business. I've got to find a way to take out not only Uncle Larry, but Papa Tony and the Mingos. On a positive, I decided on an alias name, Heffenberg. At this point, who needs Riley?
Heffenberg,
This is
nah.
and there's
Heffenberg.
nobody to share the spotlight with. I must admit, I gave some extra thought to what Goodman said. If I take out Larry, Tony, or whoever else, I could take the top spot in all of Plainview. I decided to take out Larry first, since as far as I know, he's a nobody assassin. Unlike Tony, who I'm fairly certain has goons.
What have you got there, little fella?
Bro died.
Wait, what?
Oh god.
I've got to say, I'm impressed by how stupid Larry was to stick his face that close to a TNT-laced tattle turtle. Tuesday. Today at school, I was shocked to hear my name over the PA system.
Heffenberg, report to Vice Principal Roy's office immediately.
First off, I don't know how anyone got my name, or how they are stupid enough to think I just stand up and admit that it was me. Remember, rule number 1 of selling drummies is, always be one step ahead. I wanted to investigate this, but like I said, standing up when I heard the name would be stupid. During the class change, when the hall was packed with students, I slipped into Roy's office, and let's just say, I was not expecting who I found.
Well, hello there, Heffenberg. You took quite a while to get here.
Rowley?
Nah.
What on earth was he doing with Ward?
That was
He was one of
crazy.
Leland's goons. My first thought was that Ward was holding Rowley hostage, but then I saw a new tattoo on Rowley's arm, meaning honor and chicken. This could mean only one thing.
honor and
After a big
chicken.
fight, Rowley betrayed me. I can't believe he did this. Rowley started to launch into this big spiel about how in Leland's circle, he was actually treated as a member of the team, not just a punching bag. Right then is when everything went black. I woke up a few hours later in Leland's hideout. He told me that after Rowley joined him, they were able to get info from him and bring down my entire operation. That's it. Everything Rowley and I had worked on the last 4 months, gone. Then Leland saw something that chilled me to my core. After taking out the others, I now get to take out Heffenberg. Well, shit. Tuesday.
Oh my
You
freaking
probably
God.
thought I died of Leland's, didn't you? Well, I'm still here. How did I get out? Well, it's actually kind of funny. Literally the moment Leland opened the door to kill me, I spotted a little baggie on the floor. Leland went off on this long speech that I didn't really listen to. This gave me time to grab the baggie. I totally forgot Leland was allergic to peanuts. I figured one of his goons had left it around by accident. Leland was still rambling about what he'd do when I was dead, so I made my move. Let's just say that bag was accurate. Leland puffed up like a balloon.
Bro,
And that was my cue
Holy
to run.
crap.
Wolf wing.
Oh
I was
my
afraid I was gonna run to
God.
Leland's goons or rally, but I guess they all took the night off or something because there was nobody around to stop me. That was the night I boarded a plane for Isla de Corrales. Gave Plainview
Who?
a big old middle finger and never.
Isla de Colare.
What's he doing?
Corrales, man. What the
To
frick?
look back, I've gotta say, this place is a lot nicer now that the island feds aren't after me, since I'm technically now Heffenberg, not Greg Heffley. I even got my own stand on the beach, and let me tell you, these people eat up drummies.
The names, bro.
Their lives depend on it. Well, now I'm rich, and I can happily thank the day I started baking drummies.
1
What?
year ago. I don't know how he
This
did
is
it,
Rowley's
but
perspective.
Heffenberg not only killed Leland, but escaped. He even left us a note. Killing someone is bad enough, but this note made me even more mad.
See ya, suckers! Heffenberg.
The rest of my new friends got into a really big fight over what to do, and they all said I needed to be the one to find Heffenberg. I didn't want to, but they thought I'd be cut off their drummy money, so I said fine 1 week ago. I think I found Heffenberg. I was on the computer, and I got an ad for an island far away, and I saw someone familiar in the background. When I told the rest of the gang, they all said they were really proud of me, and then told me I needed to go to Isla de Corrales at once, today. After school, Dad surprised me by saying that we should be spending the week at Isla de Corrales. Watch out, Heffenberg. The honor of chicken is coming for you.
That is
Yeah.
crazy, dog.